Over here!
His lordship isn't seeing anyone. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
The servants' entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Our How is inside. The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
No, the Carpenter's Craft Hall has had enough of Hal's conveniently busy schedule. We will not be put off again.
Nor will the stonemasons. It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of Hal's for our work.
His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your complaints as soon as he has the time.
You're waiting.
This way. It shall be done.
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
All right, let's
As you say. Quickly! We must fight! As you say.
We work well together.
It is begun. Be careful. Someone is coming. It is begun. I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly. Hurry! My lady does not have much time. Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards. These two know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside. I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes. Oh, you must come! I saw something! By the fountain! I think it was a darkspawn!
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten!
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive! Please, get help!
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
And drast these holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh! It was over here! Quickly! Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those two. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best to keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in. She's in the guest room, off the main hall. Andras, they guide us.
This kitchen is a disgrace. How did the old Arl servants ever cook anything in here?
No one ever said the Kendalls had any sense.
For Andraste's sake, don't speak ill of the dead. This roast is going to be charred on one side. There's no help for it. We'll just trim it and feed the scraps to the dogs. Elena, where have you been? The housekeeper says you're wanted at the palace.
I had errands to run for my lady.
Her Majesty's been quiet as a mouse all day, and Ten Howe says she's to take dinner in her room. Is she well?
She is, indisposed. Not to worry.
No, you can't have just a little taste first. Wait in the dining room like everyone else. Dinner's ready when I say it's ready, and not before. Now, scoot. No, you can't have just a little taste first. Wait in the dining room like... Dinner's ready when I say it's ready, and not before. Now, scoot.
Very well.
Spade and fetch with...
Yes, ma'am.
It shall be done.
The captain likes you. I heard him talking to the chamberlain.
Hush, Astal. Don't spread tales. What did he say?
So you've time for idle gossip, have you? Why didn't anyone tell me the Empress of Orlais was working in my kitchen?
Sorry, man. Tell me after dinner.
Finish with the celery root and the larder. Quickly, child. We're late for dinner as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Hope it's not mutton again. Like a row. Not mutton. How's too cheap to buy it? Cook's probably roasting the elves that broke in here.
You realize that doesn't help, right? Oh.
House. Now, isn't...
The clattering of pebbles on a mountainside. I may win great battles before men. I may... They do great works of charity and compassion. I may give them names.
Make.
As you say. It shall be done.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback. My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
I did not know. There were only guards here when I left. We must get her out of there.
Don't panic, Erlina. Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side. Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Count Howe will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left. Count Howe is probably in his rooms. The last one? Will hear us.
Everyone's at dinner, don't worry.
In that case, come here.
Very well. I shall do it.
What? Who goes there?
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. Do you think you could... Alistair? Is that you?
Who? Wait. I do know you. You were at my joining. He's one of us. A warden from Orlais. Jada, I think. Or was it Montsemar? I'm afraid I don't remember your name.
I'm Riordan, senior warden of Jada, but born and bred in Highever, and glad to be home. Yes, these are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption. Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh Darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it. As you know, the joining's chance of success is slim anyway. Loghain has done far worse to the Wardens than cut us off from recruiting. And from the rumors flying through Denerim, removing him from the throne is already your plan, no? I saw him go into the dungeons. He may still be there. With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was. I wouldn't be much use to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, sister.
Who goes? Anybody tries to come in here without Hal's say-so, we get to do what we like with them. I think we finally got a bit of entertainment here, lads.
Look there! Coming.
I'll fight off your
Where now?
It shall be done. Very well. As you say. Very well. Blast it! Quickly! We must fight!
This part takes forever!
Away with you! I shall do it. It is begun. As you say. I must maintain. I shall do
Yeah, that's the way.
Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's an order.
I shall do it.
Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you? Then my father didn't send you?
I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue? Then I have no question about why you would come, Warden. For it is your men who have suffered the most here. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask. One soldier returning from Ostagar was my wet nurse's son. We have been friends since birth. He told me his unit was ordered to turn their backs on Kalen at Ostagar, before the Darkspawn overwhelmed him. The next day he disappeared. When I went to search for him, I accepted a drink from a stranger and ended up here. Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Hal said the Jarl of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
Very well. It shall be done.
Here comes Margaret! Excuse me while I do my happy
It shall be done.
They said to retreat. The horn sounded, and we turned, and then the screams. We rode, and they screamed, and screamed, and... Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them in the swamp. The witch. The witch!
He's obviously mad. I don't think you'll get anything more out of him.
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door?
What month is it? Are you some enemy of Aurelians? Please, I feel like I've spent half my life down here. Dead. Then who's ruling? His son, Vaughn. He struck me down and I woke up here. People were so angry, they were thinking of petitioning the king. There have been many changes since they caught me. I need to find out what happened. I need to get home, or flee the city. I thank you for your aid, stranger. I wish I had more than gratitude to offer.
I shall do it.
Well, look here. Bryce Coustland's little Spitfire, all grown up and still playing the man. I never thought you'd be fool enough to turn up here. And then, I never thought you'd live, either. A clumsy appeal, child. He was a traitor to me and a coward to his nation. Trips to Orlais, gifts from old enemies, all while I sank in obscurity. Your family squandered glory that was rightfully mine. How suitable that their deaths should raise me to the ear of a king. If you think you can take this from me, that I will allow it, you are very much mistaken.
We must.
Excellent.
I think we work well together.
Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
As you say.
Have mercy on your faithful servant. Grant me a place at your side. Grant me the cleansing flames. Andraste, Bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. Alstana, is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real? I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Tern's men?
He sounds like he's in lyrium withdrawal. He's got all the signs, confusion, weepiness. He probably doesn't even know what he's saying. If the Grand Cleric knew he were in here, she'd be spitting hot coals. Nobles don't have authority over Templars.
I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done. The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Thames men took him from me and brought me here. Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me. No one can free me from failure, save Blessed Andraste. Give this ring to my sister, Alstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please, ask her to pray for me.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim. I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim. It's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riots started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything. You know how elves are. Every now and then they start to think they're people, and you have to put them back in their proper place. What? You fat whore! Come back here! Let me out!
We're under attack.
It is begun. I shall do it. As you say.
What now?
It is begun.
My thanks. Thank you. I'll trust you to lead us safely out. If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy. Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing. Unlike you, some of us know what honor and loyalty are. I have no doubts about Loghain. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
For the can!
I need healing.
There is no...
Down you go!
I shall do it. Very well.
Eamon, we have a problem.
We have very little time for chat. We need to work out a plan.
Calm down. What has happened?
The Wardens have been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free her.
Surely you mean them, Your Highness. We need Alistair too.
Yes, of course, I meant Alistair too. Calthrian will take her to Fort Drakon. Getting in will be no small feat.
Oh, you're awake. I was starting to worry. I've been worse. I'll be better still when we get out of here. I hope you have a plan. Oh, nothing like a brush with death to make you not like death much. You know, there's something about being trapped in a fortress full of people who want me dead that makes me think, being a Templar might not have been so bad.
It shall be done.
If you're not bleeding, I don't care.
Andraste's name are you? Hey!
Oh no!
Very
or dying, please.
Don't be a fool!
You smell great.
Most
Is
excellent!
that jet you're wearing? It really suits you.
It shall be done. As you say.
Had it a month, and already this armor doesn't fit. I've got to lay off the mince pie.
What's the password?
Blighted green recruits. Nobody gets through without it.
It shall be done.
I should have been made a corporal by now. You never see them stuck polishing the rust off the armor. Hey, are you relieving me? It's about time. Good. Mind the blighted chainmail. The commander will skin us both if he finds any rust.
I almost didn't make it out the mess today. Forgot the blighted password again.
That's why I write it down every day and keep it in my pocket. I got stuck on the second floor hallway for 3 hours last week. I swear those guards are possessed by demons or something.
As you say. I shall do it. Very well. It shall be done.
It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid. It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid.
What's this? Ah! You must be the new recruits we were expecting. You're late. The rest of your patrol is in the storage room. Find them and get yourselves ready for inspection.
Did you need something? Thank the Maker.
What are we going to do about him, though? Is there some problem? So the assistant quartermaster is a little miffed with us at present.
I told you we should have put those potatoes in the cellar straight away.
Some things went amiss. Mistakes were made. The quartermaster got chewed out by Tern Logain, and then he chewed out the assistant.
And now, to get back at us for landing him in trouble, the assistant quartermaster won't give us our blades. And you can't pass inspection without a regulation sword.
He's down the hall in the armory.
Maker, help us. Andraste's secret girdle. He's gone!
Well, don't just stand there. Get your blade and let's report to the Colonel before he gets back.
So, You think you're ready to go on your first patrol mission, do you? That's what I like to hear. You there!
Yes, sir.
Stand up straight. You're a soldier in the King's army, and the King's own men don't slouch. And you!
Yes, sir.
Stop fidgeting! You can fidget on your own time!
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kiss arse. You there, Blondie.
Yes, sir.
What's the one thing a soldier can't do without?
What do I tell him? Discipline, sir.
You're not as dumb as you look. See to it you all act like soldiers of Ferelden out there. I expect a lot of you back here by sunup. Now get out of here, and make her watch over you.
Password?
Rabbit, I think.
Going on your first patrol, are you? Good luck.
Stay sharp out there. Stay sharp out there.
It's always a proud day when a soldier takes up real duties. Andraste, watch over you lot.
Very well.
I'm sorry, my child, but I'm busy right now. Come back later.
Good luck out there.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
I can believe it. Though I'm afraid if we do not act quickly to erode Logain's support, we may all be seeing a great deal of Fort Drakon in the future.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it. Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset. Which means that Hal and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Hal's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me. I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same. This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain. Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Thanks. I'm right here, you know.
His mother was a maid, but his father was Merrick Therin, for whom we all risked our lives to win back the throne. I only wish Merrick had taken more time to instruct the lad in the politics of ruling. I did my best, but we all hoped Kaelin and Honora would secure the succession. Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers. We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Drakon. Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. It was near 1200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Ander soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lass, and very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there and the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way. The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away. Of course.
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Hal did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne. Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness. Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn. Cailan knew of Alistair. It was Eamon that kept Alistair out of the courts, as Merrick had desired. Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built. I simply believe that I am what this country needs. I will fight for what I believe. Would Alistair do the same? Thus, I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it. That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot. He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it. I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement? That is good to hear. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me? No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it. They say that Honora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Cailan. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say. You say that now. Just wait, I'm full of surprises.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Drakon. It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Nord Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries for the defense of Denerim. We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down. When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike. If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander. Good luck to you, then. We will have to talk again when the land's meat is more settled.
It is begun.
Yes.
Yes.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Very
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Koosland. I owe you his life. When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish House still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin? Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
How fares your brother?
I had hoped to see him while I was in town, but he's made himself scarce. Every time I've called at the Chantry, he's been away. He answers none of my letters.
That doesn't sound like Ermenric. I'm sure he's merely busy.
Perhaps. I'll call at the rectory again tomorrow. May I help you? This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head. He's alive, then? Please, if you have any news of my brother, I would hear it. A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Koosland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairneer as well.
Nobody goes in the room by authority of Tairn Loghain. You... Why, yes, come on in. Of course. Seneschal, stand back. Men, kill the Warden.
As you say. I shall do it.
Okay, done with you now.
Now we go into battle. It is begun. It shall be done.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
I shall do it. As you say. As you say. It shall be done. As you say.
You're back, eh? The Tern's crown. Oh, that's rich. You have to admit, that was worth every copper you paid me, eh? They're calling you the Dark Wolf. What do you think of that? Too bad no one can know. You could get a lot of action. There's nothing more I can offer you like that. Anything else you fancy? I have one last job. A legendary one. Oh, a paltry 10 sovereigns is my take. Ban Franderil is one of the richest men in the entire kingdom. At his grand ball next week, he's displaying some of his priceless treasures. Paintings of old masters, the armaments of the first king of Denerim, and more. Oh, more. Mages have put up magical wards, but I've got a route that will bypass that. Once inside, I've no idea how you'll deal with the guards, but if you do, you'll be rich and infamous. I can't wait to see what people say.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
And after much sweat, blood and toil, her labors ended, and the world marveled at what she wrought.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that part.
It shall be done.